Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Minecraft video. Today we are checking out Snapshot 21W13A. So guys, first up, as you can see, they have now added the goat and we can spawn a bunch in. These were actually naturally spawning and you can see the baby variant here as well. The ones that were here were actually naturally spawned. There were two here. So they spawn in mountain biomes. So yeah, any of the mountain biomes, I presume. As you can see, we can breed them up with wheat here, like that. They're gonna make a baby anytime soon. There we go. And also, guys, we can get ourselves a bucket. They are another source of milk. So if we take the bucket, click on them, a bucket of milk. Did they just hit that guy off the mountain? Oh yeah. Well, these guys can traverse all the mountains because they can jump really, really high. So I don't know if we can stick around here and look. I have done a video on these before because they were added into the beta, the Bedrock beta a long time ago. That was the very first snapshot video we did for that. And there you go. There was a big jump up there. They just do ridiculously massive jumps for some reason. Because they're goats, I suppose. They're kind of crazy. Alright, so I spawned in a bunch here, hoping that we see them jump a little bit more often. They don't seem to jump super often, which is good, because it would look really dumb if goats were just jumping around all the time. But I'm going to hang on a little second here. And if I just keep talking, they should hopefully jump. There you go. You saw a baby jump over there. That's fantastic. Come on, let's see one of the big goats jump again. They're pretty crazy, my friends. There we go, there's the big guy. Okay, cool. So guys, there has been a bunch of changes to caves. So mine shafts, they have increased the max length of pillars and chains so that things won't be floating ridiculously. Carver tweaks, they have made carvers less likely to be too flat to walk through. And there's also been some noise cave tweaks. So we increased the likelihood of mega caves, large cheese caves, that is. Reduced the likelihood of toothpick pillars, like one block wide, tall, thin pillars. And other tweaks to make the cheese caves more varied and interesting. So that's pretty cool. I think the caves will be a lot better for that. And guys, they have been slowly working on the ore distribution. So there is slightly more iron now and a larger diamond blobs that will sometimes form. Okay guys, we're going to check out some powdered snow now. I have chucked some in here. I want to chuck a few more blocks in here. There has been a few changes to this. So, powdered snow's durability and hardness was slightly increased. The freeze time has actually decreased to 7 seconds and the hurt frequency has decreased to 2 seconds as well. Right, entities that are on fire will now melt powder snow when colliding. So that is interesting. Let's get ourselves a zombie. Okay, he's on fire. And now let's push him into the snow. Okay, he puts the snow out. That is fantastic. Okay, so they can't catch fire when they're already in the snow, but if they run into it, they put it out. Okay, that's pretty crazy. You can now move faster. The vertical movement speed within powder snow is increased, so we can get out of here quicker. I'm in creative mode, so that makes it a bit weird. And strays and polar bears. So let's put a polar bear down here. He's absolutely immune to this because he doesn't mind being cold, you know? We can chuck a bunch of snow in there. He does not care at all. That is for strays, polar bears, and snow golems are now immune to freezing. A few more things here, my friends. Mobs now shake when they are fully frozen. Skeletons converting to strays will now only require 7 seconds. It takes for an entity to be fully frozen to begin converting instead of 30 seconds it took before. Leather horse armor now protects horses from freeze damage. So let's test that out, my friends. Okay, so we now have a tamed horse here. He doesn't seem to be taking any damage in the snow here. I haven't put the armor on him yet, but maybe it's because we're riding him. He's stuck in there now, so I'm guessing he will start taking some damage. There we go. Okay, now let's put this leather horse armor on him, and he is just fine. Alright, it doesn't seem to get frozen when we're riding him, though, even if it doesn't have the armor on, so that might be a bit of a bug. So guys, mobs that enjoy the heat, like blazes, magma cubes, and striders, take increased freeze damage from the snow. It doesn't say how much, but yeah, they're going to be taking more damage from when they're frozen. Okay guys, trade and loot tables have some new additions, which is pretty fantastic. These guys here, the masons, will sell 4 dripstone blocks for 1 emerald. This guy doesn't actually have that, but yeah, you will be able to find masons who do have that trade. And added to the wandering trader will sell 2 pointed dripstone for 1 emerald. 2 rooted dirt for 1 emerald, and 2 moss blocks for 1 emerald. Moss blocks can also be found in shipwreck chests, which is pretty cool, and glow berries can be found in mineshaft chests and minecrafts. So that's pretty interesting. I'm still going to say the wandering trade is a waste of time, but you know, he's there. Alright guys, this is a new block, and I'm guessing this is for map makers and things like that. You can only give this to yourself with a command, like I have done right here. That's all you need to do. You don't need that little bracket at the end. You can change how many you want and things, but if you just want one, this is how you do it. And basically, it's a block that emits light at the level determined by the block state. You can see it only when the item is held, similar to like barrier blocks. So if I click here, it's going to light up, and I can get rid of it. And apparently, oh, and it goes up by 1 each time, as you can see. I'll go all the way to 15 and then drop back down again. So that is really cool, and you can only see it when you're holding the block apparently, but maybe because it's in my inventory, maybe if I put it over here, yeah, there we go, it's disappeared now. So if I put it back in here and hold it, we'll be able to see where these light sources are. So we can light things up invisibly now if we're a map maker. You can't get this in the normal game, but you can give it to yourself. Okay guys, the last changes for this episode I'm just going to read off. They're not too important, but they are interesting. So, dripstone clusters can now be found rarely in normal caves. Deep slate blobs can now be found between heights of 0 and 16. Axolotls and glow squids now spawn in underground water sources. Axolotls will now always chase after and attack squids, glow squids, tropical fish, cod, salmon, pufferfish, drowned, guardians, and elder guardians. Axolotls now have a 2-minute cooldown after hunting non-hostile targets such as fish and squids, etc. They will now prioritize targeting hostile mobs before hunting non-hostile mobs, that is. And bees will now see flowering azalea as flowers that they can go and get pollen off. So that's pretty fantastic. So guys, that is another snapshot video over and done with. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the very next snapshot video.